I think it's great. I love the energy. I love seeing professional training for young people who have a desire to move into sales and sales management. You know, I think it changes by line of business, by product. I think SAP is big. We cover a lot of markets. I think it's fair to say that there's probably not a lot of white space in companies for SAP. We provide everything from sales systems to core ERP systems to business analytics to mobile device applications. And so my world, we cover the sales and service and marketing line of business. So we bring SAP CRM solutions to market. And that market's actually going under tremendous change. I say it's the tip of the wave for a revolution that's happening around business applications, where users are a lot more involved in the decision making for acquiring their own technology. And in fact, a lot of the requirements around what gets chosen are driven by the users. And those requirements focus around things that are, not surprisingly, user experience, speed, flexibility, agility. And so the way you engage customers who are interested in consuming solutions that are fast, easy to deploy, agile, has to reflect those solutions as well. So the traditional enterprise sales cycle, which might be a little slower, a little bit more methodical, we are evolving our go-to-market to support a more agile engagement model for our customers so that we can get software in their hands quickly, show them how quickly it is to stand up. For people that are adopting our SaaS solutions, help them instantly provision, get trial users on board. There's still a lot of the mechanics behind that that are classic enterprise B2B sales, but that initial tip-in into the sales cycle is really changing because people want to touch, feel, see, smell the whole world, right? The whole thing. I'd say I think what's different about it right now is a couple things. I think the deployment model is different. So if you look at the CRM systems of today, they're still very tabular. So when Siebel first came out, you had the concept of account tab, a contact tab, opportunities. They're essentially sales accounting systems. They're the ability for a salesperson to enter data into a system that benefits the greater business. And there were enhancements that were made to allow sales reps to gain a little bit of productivity out of it, but the core construct was servicing the enterprise business needs, giving management tools with which they can use to report and track progress. And what we're seeing is an evolution towards CRM systems that are built with the user as a central focal point.
The user being?
The actual sales rep.
I see.
So I do want to be able to see what my sales reps do, but if I don't provide them something that's useful, that empowers them, I'm not going to get the data that I need. But more importantly, you want to empower and enable your sales reps to be more effective. So helping them be more effective, if you can increase their productivity, their overall benefit to the organization is greater. So you see a lot of tools emerging around collaboration. You're seeing new software as a service platforms being built. For example, we just released Sales on Demand, which has a completely different construct. The center application interface is built around a Facebook-style news feed. And so now you have salespeople who are logging in, instead of pulling up their opportunity tab, they're seeing their stream of conversation from all their extended peer network that are subscribing to the same opportunities and accounts that they're working on. And it creates a very collaborative, dynamic environment that's also very synergistic with the technologies they use today in the marketplace, like a LinkedIn or an Inside View or a Savo. So the technology's changing a lot, for sure. Sure. I mean, mobility, for our customers and for ourselves, mobility is becoming a core requirement. In our world, our customers want to see our product. They want to touch it. If we're dealing with end users, they're not interested in the architecture behind it. That's a different discussion. They're interested in what's my experience look like? How's this going to make me more productive? How's it going to make me do my job better? And walking in with a laptop and a systems engineer to set up a connection and do a demo and do the classic constructed demo, it's really not the form factor that works. We're talking about the ability to walk into a lunch meeting in a restaurant with no internet connectivity, put your iPad on the table and walk them through a guided experience of what the software looks like. So it allows for, we use the iPad to provide guided personal interactions to introduce our customers into these new experiences and capabilities that we talk about, but are better proven by showing in person. One idea that I would take from the conference is there are an emerging group of young people who understand that sales is a core element of an organization's go-to-market, and that they take it seriously enough to get a graduate degree in it and provide conferences like this to share best practices and to learn how to practice the craft before they go out there in the real world and really put it to use. When I was in college, I chose to. I think I always wanted to be a sales guy. I didn't know what sales was. I didn't know what sales was. I like the idea of being able to stand in front of a group of people and influence them to do something. And so I selected advertising as my undergraduate degree. So I'm one of the few people, I think, that have a Bachelor of Science in advertising, because I saw it as a way, that was the only thing that I saw in the curriculum that was fitting my desire to get up in front of people and influence them. So I trained as a copywriter and wrote slogans and things like that, and my first sales job was actually working for a radio station. And then I realized that advertising and sales were different things. And I was very fortunate out of college to land at a good company and see what real enterprise B2B sales was. And I tell you what, the school that I went to did not prepare me for that. So I think these kids that are coming to the Sloan School for with a specialization in sales and sales management, I really think they have an opportunity to really do something special. They're going to have the challenge of, they got to get some street cred. You don't walk out of business school and jump in a scrum with some very, very seasoned alpha salespeople and expect to be accepted. And you certainly don't expect to lead them. So they got to take those skills, and they still got to come in, and they've got to work their way up. But they have tools that will allow them to fast track their success.